So how do I use Instagram to sell my online courses? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I use IG to sell more online courses. All right, welcome back. If you have an online course and you'd like to make more sales using Instagram, then you're going to love this video. I'm going to be breaking down exactly what I do to sell my courses on Instagram. The first thing that I do is I make sure that my course will actually sell on any platform. And what I do is I pre-sell. So I've talked about this a little bit before where I talk about how to create and sell your first online course, but it's important to understand that you can't just create a course and then try to find someone to buy it. Essentially, the best thing that you can have is a crowd that already wants your course. I know that there's a saying that says, if I'm a salesperson, what's the best asset you can have as a salesperson? And it really is a hungry crowd, like a starving crowd. So if you're selling hamburgers, it doesn't really matter if you have the best burger. What you really want is a crowd that's hungry and they'll eat whatever hamburger you have to offer them, right? So it kind of is the same thing when you're getting ready to sell your online course. Instead of just trying to force this thing that you created onto people, why not ask them, hey, how would you like your hamburger? Would you like, pickles on it? Do you want ketchup and mustard? And, do you want a vegan burger or whatever it is? And you gotta get from them the thing that they actually want. That's when you can turn around and say, hey, I've created it. It's ready. And now you can come and purchase it. So the number one thing and the first thing that you've got to do and start with is making sure that your course is actually going to sell. And that's by pre-selling. What I do when I pre-sell is I usually start with a survey. There are 5 basic questions that I ask. And those questions really help me get the content that I need. They give me the answers that I need in order to craft not only the sales page for the course, but to actually create the course as well. Then I'll open the doors and I basically say, hey, it's ready. It's for sale. You can come and get it. And when I make those first sales, that's how I know my idea is validated. That's what lets me know that people actually want to purchase the course. And that's when I know that I can move into the next step, which is actually creating the course and content. Okay. So now that I've actually created and made the content and all that, now I'm ready to start making sales on social media. I really, really like using Instagram in order to make course sales. My first favorite platform is YouTube. And by the way, if you haven't already, you should subscribe because I'll be making more videos on how to create a true introvert lifestyle for yourself where you're able to sell courses and make money no matter what you choose to do with your day. I really, really like YouTube as my number one platform for helping me sell more courses. I can batch record and create lots of videos just like this one where I'm creating and giving a lot of great content, answering questions that you guys have and, really connecting with my audience. And when I do that, it's that much easier for me to make an offer and say, hey, by the way, I've got this course that will really help you out. For example, I recently launched a YouTube strategies masterclass where I'm talking more about my process for getting YouTube subscribers, how I create videos, how I batch record 5 to 7 videos at once, and how I actually pick those topics, how I make sure my video ends up on the first page of YouTube or Google, and how I repurpose those videos for IGTV. All of those topics I included in the masterclass. And if you'd like to get that masterclass, I will leave the link in the description box, or I'll also create a special link for you. You can go to latisha.tv/YT, and that'll make it really easy for you to just grab that link and then you can get the YouTube strategies masterclass. So that's an example of a way that I would create a piece of content and then talk about a course that I've created. I have done it several times with my package and profit training. I have several videos that talk about high ticket coaching and how to get coaching clients. And that's a course that I sell. And people find that video and they go on to purchase the package and profit training. The videos that I create are really, really helpful. So you've got to make sure that you're actually creating content that your audience is interested in and those videos that are helpful. Now, my second favorite platform is Instagram, and that's what this video is all about, is helping you to sell your courses on Instagram. So what I do in order to sell my courses on Instagram is I include Instagram as part of my content blitz. So I've talked about this a little bit before where I talked about creating a content blitz and really just talking about your topic, whatever it is, on a constant basis. The other thing that I do with IG is I use IG stories. And inside of the stories, I'm talking about my topic, I'm talking about the content, but I'm also sharing like random stuff. Like, for example, I actually did 5K in sales in 9 days for a training on how to create and fill a coaching program. And what a lot of people came into that program after seeing IG stories that I was creating on cooking food. Like I was on a mission to like make macarons or something like that. And I was telling people about it. I was like, hey, I'm about to make some macarons. And so people were sharing that. And when they watched those clips, I was also talking about the training that was coming up. And I was like, hey, by the way, you can still get in on it. This is how you get in on it. This is how you purchase it. And, people were signing up just from me talking about it in IG stories. And I also grabbed some more confectioner sugar because I don't know that I had enough. So now I'm ready to get started. Okay, so I think I'm ready to go. So here's the thing. Macarons, people have told me that they're notoriously hard to make because it involves like room temperature egg whites and like all this other stuff, but I'm determined to make this work. That's actually pretty good. I think I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. The other thing that I do is I'll create little graphics that I can use. I've gotten a little bit more advanced where I've been using some Photoshop style graphics lately, and I'll try to put a couple of them on the screen so you can see. But I use some graphics inside of my IG stories, and those graphics are just telling people about the course and about the program. If there's a sales page, I will put a lot of that sales page content in there. And then I make sure I use hashtags in my stories. Like there's a lot of different things that I do in order to actually make sales using IG stories. As far as the feed, what I do in the feed is making sure that I'm using the right hashtags, telling people about my content. And then the link in my bio is not just one link that I change out over and over again. I've created a special landing page that has a couple of different buttons, and those buttons will take people to the things that I'm talking about either in my stories or in my feed. I am not yet at 10,000 Instagram followers, so I don't have the swipe up function, but it has not stopped me from making money on Instagram, and it shouldn't stop you either. If you'd like more help with this, I also have an Instagram bundle called Making IG Sales. And I think that was what I was planning to talk about when I started talking about this video. But if you'd like more help with Instagram and you want to start making sales on Instagram of your courses, definitely go grab that bundle. I've got some special pricing if you click the link that's in the description box. I'm not going to say the link because if you go to it, it's going to have the higher price. But if you click the link that's in the description box, it will take you directly to there. And I've got a coupon that's already on there attached to it that will give you special pricing just because you're special and you're here on YouTube. So don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. And if you have more questions or anything else that you'd like me to cover as far as creating content or recording, YouTube, Instagram, anything about helping you to grow your business and get more sales of your coaching, your courses, and consulting, just leave that in the comment box and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.